Hey guys, it's me, Marquis. It all makes sense. What is that boy's name? Literally, I didn't even look at his name. Hold on. I can talk while looking it up. But I was watching. What is her name? Um. What is her name? Oh, Queen Ma Blah or whatever it is. Anyways, I was watching her channel, and she was talking about Live Life, and she was watching one of Live Life lives, and I don't know whose tablet this is, but I'm on it. I'm just looking up something right there. Hold on, I'll tell y'all the guy I'm sure, whatever you ever say. But anyway, she's talking about Astrodina. Now, I was saying it all makes sense because, okay, like I said, I was watching Queen Ma or Queen Blah Ma or whatever. And somebody said in one of the little lives, you should try out for Baddie. And she was like, yeah, they offered me a spot, but I turned it down. And I said, not the way you like calling the cops, they didn't. Like, obviously, either you never seen the show or you're lying. And I'm gonna say both. I don't know for sure that she's seen the show, but I never seen the show. I can admit it. Everything that I have heard about the show has came from Royalty Reacts Me. Anyways, I've been watching Neat for years. And, like, I watched her before her and Jazz dated. And her and Jazz haven't been together for years. Like, her and TT's together. And they're so cute together. I'm like, okay, cute me. Anyways, I like TT. Or, I think she says Candy is her name. I don't remember her name. But it's TT. I like TT. So I'm not trying to disrespect Nick or TT. I like them both. And, oh, okay, so everything that I know about the baddie, I learned from her, and then like other people sprinkled in. But the only reason I'm bringing that up is because, like, how they like to get down, how they like to fight, is like, I'm not going to write a check that my ass can't cash. Like, and Lil speaks more cash than the law allows. I'm just saying. So when she said that, I was like, no, they didn't. They know that your name is Olivia K. Johnson. The K is for Kim. I think she has, like, and I was saying this earlier, she got 911 on her phone at all times, just ready to push the second one in. But then I was like, no, she probably got 911 permanently on lock on her phone. So that all somebody got to do is just sneeze too hard that she's ready to call the cops. But she'll talk more cash than the law will allow. But she knows that because she's going to be the victim and everything, even though you come at people and you say things and you want people to pop you in your mouth or threaten to pop you in your mouth. Like, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not a violent person. I just know that you are unhappy. So let her speak what she wants to speak. Whatever you say, just, and like I always said, and I've been saying this since 5th grade. When people are like, ooh, so and so talking about you, and I always say, okay, what they say might be true. That's their opinion. And they go, oh, you gonna let them blah blah blah. I'm like, yeah, they're allowed to say what they want to say, and it's up for me to believe them. Like I always tell people, okay, and it might be true. Like, I'm not saying that it's not true, and I'm not saying that it is true. Like, the only time that I will defend myself, like, and say something, is if it's, like, criminally not true. That's like if somebody's like, oh my gosh, I just seen you stab that person. No, I didn't. I didn't stab that person because that's something that could get me locked up. But if somebody's like, oh my gosh, you was texting so and so's man, okay, I know I wasn't. You know I wasn't. And like I said, I have been lied on, like by people I thought was my friends. And then when they found out it wasn't true, it was like, oh, I'm sorry. Well, he said dot dot dot. I'm literally was the only one. Even the guy was like, no, it's true. I'm just like, no, it's not. You know it's not. Like, I'll tell the story. Because I know it's not true. He knows it's not true. And, okay, so, what happened was, oh, well, okay. You know what? We were supposed to be talking about Ashley Trevino. Okay. I'll tell y'all the story so I can remember to tell it afterwards. So, me saying, oh, it makes sense because also in that live, or it might have been like a live after that, that somebody was like, oh my gosh, Liv, you're the YouTube Ashley Trevino. And she was just like, yeah, that's what they say. Okay, well, that's not a good thing. Like, I don't know, actually, I don't have TikTok. I do not have TikTok. I don't have Instagram. I have YouTube and Facebook. What are y'all doing? Well, no, they're slamming the doors. Like I said, they called her the YouTube Ashley Trevino. And she was giggling and saying, that's what they say. So they're basically saying that you neglect your kids, which I'm not there at her personal house. I can only go by what the reactors show. I don't watch Liv's videos from her videos. I don't watch Ashley's videos from her videos. Anytime I watch anything about Ash Trevino, anytime I watch anything about Liv Live, anytime I watch anything about the baddies, or the baddie club, and soon to be Baddies Africa, Basically, the only people that I watch their channel, so I watch their videos from their channel, like on their channel, is basically food reaction videos. In fact, I watch Adam. He's in Ireland, I do believe. Forgive me, Adam, if that's not where you're from. I'm literally blinking out. I watch Andre, which he is in Portugal. I watch Lewis, he's in the UK. I watch Mr. H and Friends, they're in the UK. I watch The Legacy. Yes, I know it's not for food. I watch her for films. Hold on, Gary. I watch The Legacy. She's in Australia. I watch James or Samaj. He's Sims, and he is in Australia. Delhi and James are together. So yeah, they're both in Australia. I know that ain't necessarily a dub, but yeah, they just remodeled their kitchen, and it is gorgeous. It is divine. Um, and then I watched Dr. Gluon. He is in Canada. I watched Charlotte Dobrik. She is in Canada. I watched Call Me Chris from Canada, but she now lives in Texas. I watched Selena Spooky Boo, which she's my baby, and I'm so excited. She's in Canada. What? Who are you talking to? Huh? Um, and then I watch Lady Symbol. That's my good sis. Like, she lives in Tennessee. I'm not gonna say where, but she lives in Tennessee. That's my good sis. Bestie don't do videos anymore. I did, like, if she did videos, of course I would watch her and Baby Girl's videos. And they're in the NC. I wish CG was alive. I would watch CG. She also was in Tennessee. Well, she's in Tennessee, you know, but she's not alive. But I do miss her. I really, really, really do miss her. She was my good sis also. Anybody else? Oh, Kabir reacts. He is in the UK. I'm trying to think of everybody that I watch. Of course, Edgar Homestead. That's Becky. She's in Oregon. Then where's she in Washington? She might be in Oregon. Oh, I watched Jesse Dollamore. I know you're like, what? He now lives in D.C., but he was in California. Him and his wife, the beautiful Miss Brittany Page, moved to D.C. And I watched, and Jesse Dollamore is politics. I watched Luke Beasley, his politics. I think he might be in D.C. or Pennsylvania. I don't know. I'm thinking he's in D.C. I watched Josiah, which is called Pondering Politics. I don't know where Josiah is. I watched David Hetman. He is Massachusetts, if I'm thinking. Hold on, because I don't think he's in Minnesota. He might be in Pennsylvania. I just remember, it could be even Connecticut. Like I know he's in the Eastern Standard Time. I just don't remember where he's from, where he's at. Like he wasn't born here, but he is a U.S. citizen. He's a naturalized citizen. Um, but yeah, I don't watch TYT, but I stopped watching TYT in 2022-ish. It was like in the middle of Biden. It might have even been 23. Is when I stopped watching. I know that it was before the election and all that. Like, so I didn't jump off the TYT bandwagon because of the election. It's just they started saying things that I did not agree with. And but that's how I literally got into politics for myself. Because when Trump was running, he was saying some things and I'll go, no, I don't think like that. And I say this and people think that I'm joking when I say it. And they think that I'm just being stupid or being sarcastic. I literally say that I thank Trump for saying what he said so that I had to go and do research for myself. Because what he was saying, I'm like, no, you're not. Because he was like, yeah, and I'm speaking for everybody. I'm like, no, you're not speaking for me. Or he's like, yeah, and I'm going to do that. I'm like, well, why are you going to do that? Like, because I do say before 2015, I knew nothing about politics. I knew zero about politics. So when he started talking sideways out of the side of his neck, I had to then go do my own research. And that's when I learned. I was just trying to find out for my own self. Where do I have on my new card? Over here. But so that's why I watched them and I stopped watching them because they were saying things that I'm like, no, that ain't something that I agree with. I don't like. I'm not on board with what you're saying. And if I don't agree with what somebody say, and it's not just a difference of opinion, it's you're saying it as a matter of fact, and that is the only fact. When I'm like, that's just your opinion. That's like we have two different opinions, but when I feel like they're trying to get me to change my opinion to have their opinion, that's when I'm like, I can walk away and I choose to walk away. And that's what I did. And again, when everything else happened, I already was not subscribed or following, and I learned everything that's going on with TYT from reactors that I do watch. They so happen to talk about it. I don't watch Sam Cedar channel. I don't even know if that's the name of his channel. I know that's the name of the man. I watch people reacting to the Vanguard. I have seen their videos on their channel talking about the TYT and something report. Oh, what is it called? I was gonna say the Sun Cedar Report, but that ain't what it's called. I forgot what it's called, but anyhow. Back to Ashley. I was just saying all that because I don't watch Ashley on her channel because I don't have TikTok, I don't have Instagram. So I'm not gonna download it and I'm not gonna get it just to watch it. Like no thank you. I'm good. I'm good. Same with Liv. I did watch Liv when her and Gerard were very first together. When Ryan, not her youngest. At that time, Ryan was her youngest, and Ryan wasn't even really sitting up. She might even have been like 5 months old. Like she was a baby. But Christian and Robin, they're older than Ryan. And so that's how long I've been knowing about Miss Loveline. But that's when her and Gerard was together. And what actually made me see Liv's channel was because, like I said, I had double brain surgery, and all I could do was watch videos for a month, and I'm fat, so I like food. And then it was like, okay, well, the Nathan's hot dog eating contest was it was July the 4th. Well, I really did not even really start watching videos till like the second week in July. Because on July the 4th, I was doped down with my head because just 3 days before that was when I had my double brain surgery. I had it on the 1st of July. So I did not get to go I didn't get to go in the living room like I had cable at that time. I didn't go to the living room. Like when I said I was in the bed, the only time I left the bed was either to use the bathroom or to get up and go to the doctor or go to therapy. Because like I said, when I woke up the second time from surgery, I could not feel the left side of my body. So they did put me in physical therapy and all that. It didn't work. Like still to this day. It's like July will be 10 years. And still. What? It's in the big part right here. Like you're sitting here having a conversation with me. I cannot hear you. No, in the zipper. The front. Gary, turn it around. And I even bought you a bag like that. That's how I could tell that y'all don't even use y'all's bag. Look at how dusty mine's look. Because I used both of mine. I only switched to the big bag only because my little bag, I needed to start carrying all my stuff. But I use both of my bags. And y'all don't even use y'all's bags. But I didn't. I watched that. But me watching videos, because I wanted to watch the hot dog contest with Kobayashi, because he was the one I always voted for. And then I don't remember if Kobayashi was still over here. Am I even saying the right guy? Gary, am I even saying the right guy? Yeah, Kobayashi, the one that used to eat hot dogs. I need to make sure. Because when I say that, I'm thinking of Iron Chef. No, Iron Chef, not Minamoto, Kobe, that's who it is. Chef Kobe keeps popping in my head. Okay, I am talking about the right one. Let me just make sure. Hold on. Kobayashi hot dog eating. Yep, there he is. He was my favorite, guys. I love me some Kobayashi. He was always, I always voted for him every year. And then, I don't even remember if he was there in 2015. And, um, so who was there was Matt Stoney, Furious Pete, and Jesse Chestnut. And it was saying, oh, if you like watching the hot dog eating contest, you might like, and then that's when they were saying, Matt Stoney. And I was like, let me see. I'm like, oh, yep, because I literally, I didn't see anybody except Kobayashi when I watched the hot dog eating contest, because that's who I was voting for, so nobody else existed. Yes, I did see Matt. Yes, I seen Ferris Pete. Yes, I seen Chestnut, but I didn't see him all at the same time. So when I say I didn't see him, it's not because, oh, I didn't see them because they weren't there. It was like I didn't see them because I was looking at the person I was voting for. I was like, come on, Kobayashi. And he was a beast, and he was great, and he is the king. And so, but that's just my opinion. Love Kobayashi. That's who I voted for. That's who I always wanted to win. And when he didn't win, I had an attitude. I caught an attitude. But anyhow, so then they was like, oh, well, if you like this video, you might like this video, which was Matt Stoney video. So I was like, yep, I do like that. Never even connected it that he was in the hot dog eating contest, literally, until he put out when somebody was filming from his camera. And I'm like, oh, you was there. And then I was like, oh, okay, I did see you. Did not see you, but I do remember seeing, the camera, going to different people, and he was one of them. But like I said, I didn't see him because I didn't see him. I wasn't wanting to see him. And then they was like, well, if you like his videos, you might like, and then that's when they suggested Various Pete. And I go, oh my gosh, I do like these videos. So then it was like, if you like these videos, you might like, and then that's when they suggested Randy Santel. And I was like, oh my gosh, I do love Randy. So that is how I found Randy. I found them through Furious Pete, felt Furious Pete through Matt Stoney, felt Matt Stoney through the Nathan's hot dog eating contest, because I was on there trying to see Kobayashi, which I don't think he was there in 2015. So I was sad and disappointed, but I was also healing from double brain surgery. But how did I get on Kobayashi? Oh yeah, I was saying how long I've been watching YouTube, and so Liv was also like that. So like me watching the food eating contest somehow led me over to the mommy sector, which led me to Strong Mommy Chrissy. and that was before she had Onyx. This is when I think Junebug, I think he was a baby, or like he might have been just turned 1 or something. Like he was like little. And it might not have been Junebug. It might have been like it was like baby number 8 that was a baby. I don't remember his name, but it was a little boy. And that's when she was with her husband. And then that's when Christy was like, oh, I'm pregnant. And then her and her husband talked, made a decision for the family. Christy went to a hotel for 3 days, I think. And like I said, they made a decision for their family. And that's when that led me to Liv, because Liv was saying, she's not pregnant, that's a fake pregnancy test. And then Liv popped up pregnant. And then, like I said, Chrissy went to the hotel for 3 days. And then she came back home. You know, her husband had the kids for 3 days. And then she came back home. And then coincidentally, Liv was carrying water. She lived on the 3rd floor. Her and Gerard, Ryan, Robin, and Christian. They lived on the 3rd floor apartment. And coincidentally, she was carrying a 24-pack of water or whatever, 12-pack of water. And she had a miscarriage. I'm only saying coincidentally because Liv couldn't be pregnant if Chrissy wasn't pregnant anymore. But then Chrissy got pregnant again. Like I said, Chrissy got pregnant again. Liv didn't get pregnant again. But hell, I know Chrissy got pregnant again because that little boy is like 5. So yeah, that's when she got pregnant with Onyx. And in that midst is when, like, I started falling off because when I was watching Chrissy, it recommended Liv Channel, the webs, and then that, and I don't think that was the name of her channel back then. And then that led, and then when she started cussing out Chrissy and saying that Chrissy's not pregnant, I'm like, well, why? You know, so I'm trying to figure out, well, why are you saying that Chrissy's not pregnant? Like, that's that girl and her family's business. This is how I came in. I never said anything on the thing, but like I said, I was thinking, okay, if she's pregnant or not, that doesn't matter. That's her and her family's business. Like, she's choosing to share it with us. And then, like I said, when her husband, they had a discussion that was right for their family, and they did what was right for their family. And then Leo tried to come and be like, no, she's lying, da-da-da. Okay, if she's lying, it's not your uterus. Stop clocking her mouths. Stop worried about her uterus. If she say that she made a decision, if she's saying her husband made a decision, then her husband made a decision, if it was a lie or if it was the truth. And so at that same time, Liv was fighting with somebody else. Now, this other person, I don't know who it is. Like, I don't think I ever went on their channel, and like, so I can't tell you who it was. And then from that channel, it went over to Melisandre, which, if anybody knows me, knows I love me some Melisandre. I love Melisandre. I do. I love her. I love her kids. I love her husband. Like, between Liv and Melly all day. It wasn't no question. Like I said, I'm still subscribed to Melisandre. I don't watch her videos, and it's not because I don't want to watch her videos. It's not because I don't support her. It's because, like, I watched her videos all the way up until her and her son and her daughter, like the son that still lives at, or he still lived at home. What is his name? Milo. Is that his name? Because I know her oldest son is Tony. And Tony, he done moved out by that time. And Angie was still at home. Well, obviously, because she's a kid. But yeah, so when they moved out of that apartment and moved into, I think they might be still in that same house where they moved to. So that, like if you go back in the early videos, like you would hear like Melly say, like she would actually say my name, like because I would send her messages and like all her lives, like I am a true supporter. Like, and I know you probably like, well, you don't really watch her regularly. I don't, but that's because my life has changed, but it hasn't changed against her content. It's just I started watching other videos, and I don't go into my subscriptions who put out a video. I go like if whenever when I watch a video, it's usually on my For You page, or it's since you watched this video, and then it suggests another video. So now that's how I do it now. Like back in the days, because like I had like maybe 5 subscribers, back then. Like now I'm up to 412. Look at a bitch. Yeah, I almost been on here for 10 years and I got 412, but none of them was bought. And I do not grind on my channel. But that's why I didn't watch Nelly and Kilo like as often as I would like. But anytime I see that they're live, or if I run across their video, most definitely I give them a watch. If they're live, I'm definitely in their live. If I'm just sitting back looking for something to watch. If they're live, they don't even have to even ask me. I'm already there because I support both of them. I love both of them. I love their kids. I am a loyal supporter. So I stopped watching Liv when she started attacking Melisandre. And it was like, oh, you're the problem. Like this is before the song came out. Hi, it's me. I'm the problem, it's me. And that was Liv. Because it's like, how are you, like, and then when because I heard both sides before anybody's like, oh, you just want to come and hate Liv. No, I listened to Liv, and then when she said that Melly said something and did something, and Melly showed the video and all the text messages, because Liv didn't show no text messages, but then she was saying, oh no, because this is what she said. Everybody's like, drop the text messages. You said that y'all was texting back and forth. You said she made videos about you back and forth. Show them. And she wouldn't show them. And so Melly was like, well, what you ain't going to do is lie on my name and show the text messages they was texting back and forth. And then Liv did show text messages eventually, But Melly was like, I don't even have that phone. And it was like fake text messages um, that you can like put the person's name in, like basically like the fake texting app, and it looks like that the person sent you something, and then you like how y'all is conversating back and forth, and then but like the screen, and I'm using air quotes, the screen that was screenshot supposedly. What she's like, I don't even have that model of phone. And so Melly was like, here is the phone. I'm showing you on the phone, and like the messages back and forth. She's like, y'all can see that's not even my phone screen. So that's I'm like, okay, see, you lying for no reason. No, I'm gonna believe Melly because I'm not saying that no messages could be erased, but the conversation was going as if it was a back and forth conversation. It wasn't just a one-sided conversation. It wasn't like a sentence wasn't said when you would think, okay, something else was there, something was deleted, so that don't make sense. The one that Liv shown was like screenshots of supposedly the text messages that they was having back and forth. But it wasn't the right, like it was like an iPhone screen when like Melly might have had an Android Galaxy or something, or Android Note or something like that. Like it wasn't even the same phone. It's like I don't even have an iPhone. I have a Galaxy Note or whatever. I mean, if it makes sense, I know what I'm trying to say. So that's why I took Melly's side. Because it's like, okay, you saying that Chrissy and her husband didn't make a decision, that's only their business. Yeah, I know she's telling us, but that's still their business. Then you say that you were pregnant, but coincidentally, when she's not pregnant, you're not pregnant no more. Okay. So how was you gonna do that? Because, like I said, Ryan was a baby. You were still breastfeeding. Gerard said, I don't want any more kids. And then when you came up pregnant, that's when you were like, well, like, I guess we'll have another baby. He's like, maybe it could be a boy, then 2 girls, 2 boys. He's like, but, this would be our last child. Because he didn't want any more kids after Ryan. Not that he don't love his kids, because obviously, he, all that I have seen of him, he's seen, and like I said, I don't know them personally. I'm saying that he loves his kids, but I don't know how he is when the camera's off. I don't know how he is in real life. I'm only voicing everything that I'm saying based on what I've seen. And I know not everything that shimmer is gold. I know it could be an act for the camera. But what I've seen, the act or reality that I've seen, he loved his kids. The act and the reality that I've seen with Liv, she loves her kids. Then, when I didn't find out about Liv, which was July, is when I seen Liv again. That's when she had Adrian Kaylani. I knew nothing about them kids because I wasn't watching her during that train wreck. I didn't know that her and Gerard got married and then got divorced. So all that was new and came from Reactor Channel. And like I said, I was not watching Liv. I don't watch Liv on her channel. I watch Reactor. So if everything that the reactors are saying is wrong, okay, then I'm wrong. But I'm admitting I don't watch her channel to know if it's true or if it's wrong. But what she does say is so vile that I will not watch her channel. What I do see is so gross that I will not watch her channel. I will watch reactors and give my 2 cents based on secondhand information. But if Ashley Trevine is now beefing with that girl that's on the Baddie show, it makes perfect sense why Liv coincidentally got reached out from the Baddie show, because they called her the YouTube Ashley Trevino.